Todd McShay here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's dig in on the quarterbacks. Is this a possibility? Certainly, when we're all at the combine next March, late February, early March, that we are talking about this game and what it means to be the first overall drafted quarterback in this draft. Will this game have something to do with that? Do you think?
I think it could. Yeah, I think it could. And I had to think about it for a second, but it absolutely could. You never evaluate any player, especially a quarterback, off of one game. But you only get a handful of games throughout a quarterback's career, typically, where you can go and it's close to apples in terms of what you're going to see in the NFL. And these are the types of games. Obviously, the national championship, semifinals, SEC championship game, but regular season game, this is as close as you can have to that comparison that when you look to what he's going to be in the NFL. So I think absolutely. I think you've got a race between Tua and Joe, and then Justin Herbert from Oregon, who's playing really well. Jacob Eason, who was at Georgia with Jake Fromm, and Fromm's another guy. Both of those guys, I think, will likely be in the upcoming NFL draft. And Fromm is not as talented as Eason, but has had a better career and sent Eason packing back to Washington to go play. So, and then Jordan Love, a lot of guys I talk to who people don't really know about coming out of Utah State, but a lot of scouts in the league really like this guy's upside. So right there, that's 6 quarterbacks with, I'm not saying they're all going to be first rounders, but in some people's minds in the league, they have a first-round grade on them. So that makes it interesting. And then we haven't even got into, like, Jalen Hurts and Nate Stanley and those other quarterbacks. But 6 quarterbacks having a chance to be in the first round it's pretty good.
And then, Tua, his durability, is that going to be the issue? Because, again, the Dolphins, we've all been saying, and I'm including myself, that
right.
The Dolphins have flat out tanked for Tua. Tua had the Dolphins, from what I've heard and what I've been told, Tua had the Dolphins at hello when he looked off the Georgia safety and beat Georgia in the national championship game. That was it. That he had them at hello.
That was one of the great all-time throws.
Okay, yep. Right. So what is currently going into this game, looking over the steering wheel, the Tua evaluation, Todd McShay?
He's one of the best deep passers I've ever evaluated. Tua is one of the more accurate overall passers I've ever evaluated. He has exceptional anticipation and timing. He's really naturally instinctive. He kind of feels things that most other young quarterbacks don't. I think he can read things faster, which is hard. I know that sounds counterintuitive. He senses things and feels it, but I think in terms of pure progressions, like, okay, the safety's rolling over, now I need to go to my second progression. I think he can improve in that area, and a lot of guys do, from their second to third to fourth year of playing at a big-time level. Staying healthy, we worry about that with everyone, but size is no longer that big of a deal in the NFL. It really isn't. Mm-hmm. I mean, and you can say, yeah, well, this guy hasn't been healthy, but Kyler's coming on, and it's the list of quarterbacks that are under 6'2" that are having success is long enough that you just don't worry about a guy like Tua. With that, it's just more about the durability and can he hang in there, and then can he perform when he's dinged up? That's the other part. I think that's one area that I would have concern with right now, just based off of watching him. And the last 2 games I've had him live, he's gotten injured, so. That's probably the number one thing. But from a passing standpoint, he's special. He's not like any guys that I've ever really watched. He just has a feel for it and touch and knows how to layer the ball in and knows the anticipation aspect of it and where guys should be versus where they are. And it's fun to watch. He's a really special player.
He is, and then the fact that he's coming off of that ankle surgery, playing in this game against LSU, whole country watching, 2 versus 3 in terms of the college football playoff rankings. It just adds not just to the SEC drama, but to the drama that we're all talking about for the draft.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.